friends, new and old, and welcome. We are your hosts, Philip, David, and Jenny.
I wonder, Philip, if you're ever going to be capable of saying Jenny without saying Jenny.
You know what? That feels
I think you always say Jenny.
Listen,
you know what?
for as long as we've been friends, yeah, it's just at this point, it's muscle memory. I'm sure for Philip to say Jenny as my name.
That is so true. You know, honestly, David,
I will endeavor to at least sometimes call you Jenny.
Yeah, no, it's a good practice. I do enjoy elongating Jenny's name, and I think if it were in conversation. But if ever I were to say, "Have you met Jenny?" Like it's always going to be Jenny, whatever it is. But again, that's mostly muscle memory. As long as I've known Jenny, it's been a production. Her name.
That's theater kids for you.
That is theater kids for us. All right, guys. Well, there's no beating around the bush or beating around the fire. Guys, there's new. Last episode was all about reviewing what has been a celebration of what we've accomplished, what we've done, what we've produced. And I have a very fond new memory of making that episode. A lot of freaking work in that episode, but definitely worth it. I hope you, the listener, enjoyed it. However, as we go to episode 101, we turn a chapter, we turn a page, I guess, or either both, depending on what it is. And
we're saying goodbye.
We are saying goodbye. We're saying goodbye to something, some would say fundamental, some would say original. But look, as things change and as times change, so shall we. We've already been in the midst of a transition, would you say, Jenny? An evolution? Mm-hmm. Where we have done new things as far as formatted the episodes themselves. We've done new things as far as, of course, adding a new host whom we are very happy with. We have done things that we are slowly bringing about. But the newest change is quite possibly the biggest, and it won't be the last for sure. But we have decided that we are going to be renaming the podcast.
Woo!
It is no longer... Yeah, it will no longer be known or referred to. It will be in the history books as the Power Podcast.
We won't be changing anything that already exists.
Exactly.
We're just saying goodbye to the former name of this podcast. We bid it adieu. The theme, we're sticking by the campfire. We're not leaving the campground.
No.
The fire shall remain ablaze with the fury and joy of wondrous tales that we endeavor to... I'm getting off track here. We have chosen a new name, and we are sticking by the campfire. We are now the Campfire Collective.
The Campfire Collective! Woo woo!
Officially.
So continue to tune in to the Campfire Collective every week. We're going to be bringing on guests. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be asking each other spicy, weird questions and talking about films and all the things that we love to do. A lot of the things that you love about this podcast are remaining. We're not changing that, but we're just living under it. We're flying a new flag. Yes. So stay tuned to our socials. You'll see that all updated.
Yes, I was going to say, which if you're listening by now, I'm sure that there was a moment perhaps that you looked in and you saw the new graphic that we have on as the header of everything around on why we're in this transitional period, what's going on there, why are we under construction. So that's why Cat's out of the bag. We have a new name, and thus explains while we're waiting to get our new fancy digs, we are in the midst of a graphic change, as it were. So that explains it all. We do have some more changes that are coming, but we'll explain that in the game section, as that specifically refers to that section. So we'll address it there. Other than that, guys, yeah, it's been an eventful 2 weeks for us, and we're in the midst of a new era, and I'm very excited. Jenny, are you excited? You're going to be a part of the collective. We're all a part of the collective.
It's a new era. There's 3 tents now. Woo!
Woo!
Yes, a third tent around the campfire. Does the collective make us sound like a cult?
You know what?
No.
Jenny, that was really convincing, Jenny.
No, it
No.
doesn't.
Have some more punch right here.
If it is, it's a good cult. It's one of the good ones. We are back round on our rotation. We've actually had a weird few weeks where we are doing specials, the 100th episode, etc. We're doing a Would You episode this week. We expanded our Would You mini segment into a whole main topic. We're going to be asking each other some fun Would You/Would You Rather questions. Let's get straight to it. Philip, I would like you, my friend, blowing your nose currently, to go first.
Oh, you would like me to? Thank you. I appreciate the vamp, David, is what they call it in the business, where you filled it in for me while I blew my nose. Thank you. Jenny, I have a question for you.
Go
Would
ahead.
you rather jump in front of a bullet for your least favorite family member or
Oh my.
your best friend? Whom would you rather take the bullet for?
Oh, this is a we're starting off with this would you rather on a deep and exciting note.
Well, okay. So let's work it out here. Let's vocalize it. Who's your
Mhm.
best friend? Are you feeling like you're confident enough to let the world know whom your best friend
Yeah,
is?
let's call people out.
Yeah, let's
Who's
get
your
some
least
names.
favorite family member?
Well, no,
Well,
I
to
was
be
gonna work
honest
my
with
way
you-
there, Hob.
To be honest with you guys, I don't actually believe in the term best friend.
Oh,
I
I thought you were going to
like-
say you don't believe in family.
yeah.
No, listen. When you're with family, you're a family. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So the
Okay, Vin.
She loves Olive Garden.
so yeah, I personally like to have several best friends. I'm not a person who's exclusive to one particular best friend, which makes answering this question all the harder for me. I would say in this case, then, since we're talking about an individual, I would probably take the bullet for my least favorite family member because technically, family in my world, family ranks higher than friendship. So there you go, Philip.
All right, Jenny, go ahead.
David, would you would you rather have all your photos on your phone leaked to the public or
Ooh.
your text messages? Go.
Ooh.
I feel like this
Whoa.
requires some thinking because I've got plenty of photos I'm sure that I've taken in the past that shouldn't be leaked to anybody, but I'm pretty sure I delete those photos. But then like text messages, I'm thinking, is there anyone that I text about certain? You know what? Leak the photos because I'm
there it
sure
is.
I've said things that have never are long since passed to certain people. And I wouldn't want that getting out. Private stuff, ex-girlfriends or whatever.
Right.
Wouldn't want that getting out. Whereas photos, I think my camera roll is pretty tame for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at best, you might be getting an accidental photo of my butt that I was trying to inspect something that I couldn't see in the mirror. That's a very real possibility. Sorry if that's too much information, but I think that's the worst you're gonna get. Moving on to my first would you, Philip, would you hold a revolver to your head and pull the trigger knowing that 2 out of the 6 chambers are loaded for the instant reward of $100 million should you survive?
We have a very interesting theme going on here with our would you rathers today.
Oh, it
Lots
gets
of,
wild.
lots
It gets
of,
wild in the woods.
Guns involved.
Yes.
High stakes.
So that's the only premise. See, I think that this would be easier. I would definitely say yes, and this is not part of it. So, I mean, I don't even know why I'm going down this road. But I would definitely say yes if, like, the ones I left behind got some money, too. Like, let's say it was one of the 2 bullets and, like, goes through, right? Because I'd only hit it once. Like, I'm not... there are some people who would be like, yeah, I'm going to go all 4 tries and then, get perfect. No. I'm only going once for the 100 million. I'm not a greedy man. But the problem is if I leave everybody behind, then... And if I leave everybody behind, then there's no payment back for it. This is very hard. Man, this is so hard. I think I would put the gun to my head and I don't think I could, honestly. $100 million. I mean, that's a tenth of a billion. Like that's so much money. It's inconceivable. But as much as that is, it's not as valuable as my life, or at least as valuable as my life is to me, because I only have the one life, right? Um, so I'm going to have to go with, um, I'm gonna have to go with, avoiding the $100 million. To be quite frank with you, not worth my life. Sorry.
Well, okay. Would it change if it was only one out of the 6 chambers was loaded?
I think the risk to reward ratio, man, because like, look, you can even you could go like so much, but unless I had something that appealed to me post death, which I don't know what it would be, but like if it was like a billion if you live, or I guess 100 million if you live, whatever it could be, and then a million to your living family members, maybe. Like it would have to be something to where like even in death I still got something. Like it's like you lose, but because otherwise it's like my death is more valuable to me. Like that's invaluable. So I could not go. The number of bullets, the fact that there's even one, it's like, yeah, most of those are good results, but the one bad result's really, really bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I'm
some would
glad this
say,
opened up such a debate.
yeah, some would say it's the worst thing that could happen in somebody's
Some
day.
would say.
Some would say.
Some would say.
Some would say. All right, my turn. David. I'm quite pleased at myself on this one. David, would you be honored or disgusted if a male gigolo club was named explicitly in your honor? I don't know what it could be. I'm not trying to give out free advertisement ideas here, but Hoffman's Hostel, the Hoff Spot, Hoff Color, whatever you want, David. It's not my place to name it, but it's your place.
Do people
entirety.
know that it's named after me?
Oh yes, they're quite proud. Like we're assuming that this is like, forget Dustin Hoffman. Have you seen this new up and coming?
I would be disgusted.
You would be disgusted.
I think I would be disgusted. Yeah, I mean, what is there to be proud of there? It's got nothing to do with.
You could be like the next wave of Chippendales.
Just
like
in general prostitution.
Hoffman.
I don't want any. I don't want. I have no. I actually, honestly, illegal, safe, and consensual, and whatever prostitution, I actually have no problem with. But I still don't. I don't want to be branded. I don't want prostitution to be branded with my name. So no, I would sooner be disgusted. I don't know if I think disgusted is a strong word.
It's strong.
I would
strong,
sooner
yeah.
be disgusted than proud or honored. Anyway, Jenny,
Go on.
Jenny, would you rather have a one-night stand with a celebrity and be able to tell anyone you want, or be in a relationship with a celebrity but not be able to tell anyone at all?
Oh, this is so easy. I would definitely pick one night stand.
Yeah? Would
Yes,
you be
I
able to
would.
tell anybody? Who would be the celebrity?
Oh, You know, I've always, again, I don't actually have a lot of celebrity crushes, but one in particular. Have you guys seen Haunting of Hill House or Haunting of Bly Manor?
Heard
The
of
Mike
it.
Flanagan
Never seen it.
series.
Heard of it.
There's an actor in the series. I think his name is. I have his crush. I can't remember his name. I think it's Oliver Jackson Cohen. He plays the
Googling.
twin brother, and he is tall, bearded, and handsome, just delectable. I would totally go for that, 100%. Because being in a relationship with a celebrity, it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity. But the idea of being in a relationship, that just seems like really stressful. So just having the little 7 seconds of fame.
It's a handsome man. It's a very handsome man.
Thank you. Good.
I agree.
Made a good
Here,
choice. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So-
Well done, Jenny.
One night stand. That's the way. This is the way.
That's the way, and everybody's gonna know about it.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. Jenny will open with that. Hi, have you met my daughter Jenny? Yes. Hi, I'm Jenny. I've done the mattress tango with Oliver Jackson Cohen. I don't know if you knew that.
My
That's her
claim to
opening
fame.
line.
Even like 3 relationships later,
Yeah.
she meets the parents of a different boyfriend, and she's like, "By the way, you should know this."
You're not gonna believe this.
Slips it into dinner
Yes,
once.
have you
So you're
ever
aware.
seen The Haunting of Hill House? Please, you know that guy. I
Jenny.
know that guy.
I know that guy really well. All right, Philip, are you ready?
Oh, hit me.
Would you rather detect every lie you hear or get away with every lie you tell?
Okay.
I think that's dangerous. That is dangerous. To get away with every lie you tell, you're gonna turn into a bad person.
With great power comes great responsibility,
Yeah.
Philip.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I-
is the extent? I'm so sorry for interrupting. What is the extent of the power you have, though? What if you lied and said I have this giant penis? Would you suddenly have a giant penis?
Well,
Because
if you're-
somehow you got to get away with the lie, right?
No. Actually, oh, I see. Because the lie would be.
it's not like you're stating the lie would make the lie come true. You would just
But
be
I
getting
guess
away with
everyone
the
would
lie.
perceive the lie to be true.
Yeah, maybe it becomes a shallow house situation. Have you never seen?
I don't know what that means, no.
It's
Both
where
of us are
everybody.
like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's where it was a Jack Black film with Gwyneth Paltrow,
Mhm.
and where he saw this woman as Gwyneth Paltrow, but in reality, everybody else saw her as. It's a horrible film, but as as a morbidly obese woman that she actually was in society, and so therefore it was 2 very different
Oh,
things.
Yeah,
this film.
exactly.
Exactly like that. So maybe it becomes that where it becomes whatever you set reality to be. Anyways, I my initial thought was to go with get away with any lie you tell, thinking mostly selfishly about, well, what's the biggest lie that I would want to tell is that I'm an actor, and then I could just go around and act because it's all just a lie in essence, right? So I mean, I would be the most believable actor at all. I'd say, "Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman." And then everybody would be like, "Oh my God, it's Morgan."
Oh my God, that was Morgan Freeman.
No, it's not. It's Philip as Morgan Freeman. My God. Oh, so like that. But I think in order to do the best that I can in the world, to leave a legacy and actually put some good forth into the world, I think the selfless answer that I would choose if I put actual thought to it and give you an honest answer would be nobody can tell me a lie. Because I can then, if I have the ability to nonstop hear nothing but the truth, while yes, it would come with a lot of hurt, at least honesty I can work with. I think being able to get away with a lie is so, like, that's toxic power. That is just like, that's Kanye type of power. To have that ability to just be that controlling over people, to say anything and anybody believes it, that is just such a self-fulfilling well of just toxicity. Like, it is so rife that I could not even see a lot of good. Like, it only begets evil for me. So being only told honest and honesty. Very good question, Jenny. David, you are going to be my next one, and I will let you know that as my entire family knows just how much into content I am, they've delivered to me a game that they found in a garage sale that suits this well. So it's a game right here that I'm showing you two, but I won't be saying out
Oh.
loud for copyright purposes. But anyways, it combines 2 stances, and it's which would you rather, right? So these are all generated by this game. I do not create this, but it does lead to some very interesting dilemmas that I must admit, even as creative as I am, would not be able to concoct. But for both of you, the second question comes from this. All right, David, would you rather lock yourself in a porta potty with your least favorite person until you're friends, or have the Keebler elves have extremely loud orgies in your bedroom walls?
How often do they have orgies?
This is a weekly thing, man. Like every Friday
Weekly?
night, every Friday night, it's like clockwork, and they follow you. You don't know how,
I would
but you're just
rather that.
Yeah.
I would rather that. I don't even want to be friends with my least favorite person. So let the elves orgy in my in my walls.
In your walls.
I don't even think it was that hard of a decision, to be honest. Let them orgy.
You
Have
not,
at it, friends. Go for it. Knock
Yeah.
yourselves out. I do not want to be locked in a porta potty until I don't. My least favorite person. Surely I'm just gonna hate them more. I can't imagine becoming friends with them. No. Nope. I'll die in that porta potty. I'm gonna listen to them elves orgy.
Well, hold on. Before you finish here, David, quick follow up. If you were to have chosen number one, what is the true stance to be locked in with another person in a porta potty? Face to face to back to back,
Face to face.
face to
Face to
face.
face. I mean, back to back is just where you're staring at a wall.
What if the
No.
sexual tension between you two just gets so right?
It'll be angry sex.
Porta potty, angry sex.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Okay, David. Now to you.
Yes, to me. Jenny,
Yes.
would you rather be seduced with a fanciful dance
Oh.
like the bird of paradise, or by a male building and decorating a structure to impress you like a bower bird? So, fanciful dance like a bird of paradise, or a male building and decorating a structure of some kind like a bower bird.
Bowerbird. I don't quite know what.
So,
that
Jenny, I
looks
don't think
like,
he's
but-
saying
No need to
specific-
focus on the name of the bird. Just what would seduce you more easily?
He's not saying specifically how the bowerbird itself creates a house or the specific
Yeah, I'm
dance
talking
that
about
the other bird.
if humans did this.
If humans did this as a mating ritual, which would you be more attracted to in general? Like a
fanciful
dance,
dance?
would a fancy dance work more for you, or would somebody doing an act of creating a house do something more for you?
Probably creating a house.
You're all about
Yeah.
that Amish barn raising, huh?
I'm very well. I mean, think about it. Like if I'm looking, if I wasn't already in a relationship, I would be looking for someone who would be able to help around the house, take care of things. If the toilet needs fixing, or if a picture needs to be hung up on the wall, or something of that nature. So if I don't know someone and they're trying to court me, if I see that they have these woodworking skills, I'm like, oh, we're off to a good start already. Get over here. But that's,
I mean, good, but
yeah.
you're gonna find yourself wanting when it comes to Saturday night boogie.
Honestly, I don't really go out dancing really into clubs anymore either. So it's kind of like, I'm at these days I'm usually home on a Saturday night. It doesn't really matter to me right now.
You're going to be missing those Ben Stiller Along Came Polly shimmies just from across the room, just coming over to you. Just like, yeah, Jenny, all up in your grill.
But
you know?
I'm going to have a beautifully crafted structure by
You
this
will.
imaginary suitor. Let's
Again.
listen, I'm a material.
Let's focus on the good.
You're
Let's
being
focus on the
optimistic if you're assuming it's a house. I never said house. I said
maybe they're-
structure.
Maybe they're raising
Yeah.
a porta potty for you, Jenny. Your own personal
Ooh.
porta potty.
Yeah.
How sexy.
An outhouse.
Wow. All for me? Just for me? An outhouse
you.
crafted by your own hand? My goodness. Okay, well, there's my question is next. Okay, Philip, my second question for you. Your second would you rathers. Would you rather lose the ability to taste food or lose the ability to see colors?
It is close.
Mm-hmm.
It is close, but I
Oof.
think it would be. I would rather lose the ability to taste food. As exciting as it is, At the end
Wow.
yeah, I know. Here's the thing: is I can see beauty, and I would hate to have that be deprived from me. But in essence, food is fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So if everything tastes the same, I could eat a hell of a lot healthier. I could eat a hell of a lot healthier if everything just tastes the same, which is to say nothing. If everything tastes like nothing, I'd imagine I'd still lose even something as silly as like I don't even taste spice. Or maybe I would. I don't know. It would just like hurt.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, yeah, it might burn coming out the other end, I think.
Yeah. So anyways, I only see positives in that regard. Well, yes, it would make for a much less exciting diet. I mean, every day I'd eat like the most basic healthiest meal one could concoct. It'd be the same
I'm
meal
gonna
every
be
day.
honest, Philip. Your diet isn't that exciting to begin with.
Oh hush. Oh hush. I challenge you to meet another being with a diverse and varied diet as I possess at this current point in time. I challenge you, sir, to find a person who records with raisins right next to him
Raisins.
as I show a bag of raisins right next to me. I challenge you, sir. I challenge you. My question, excellent question, Jenny. My question, my last question here is for you, David. David,
Mm-hmm.
as you remember, this will be concocted by the game I have been gifted by my family. David, would you rather? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's for Jenny. Jenny, this is for
Yes.
you. Forget you, David. Jenny,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather have 3 months where you are stuck with your mom flying a drone that follows you everywhere, which includes full video and audio that can only be turned off at her discretion? Or you can only stand or be hung upside down like a bat. There is no such thing as sitting down. There is no such thing as laying down. You can only be hanging down or standing. Those are the only two options available to you.
I will say, not being able to sit does sound quite torturous. So I would rather the first option, spend time with my mom and a flying drone.
Do you trust her with that information?
Maybe I'm not quite understanding. So the drone just follows me around and her?
And she has access. No, no, she just has access to that drone. And so she will see everything that you do for 24/7 for 3 months. Everything's recorded. Everything's at her visual eye contact.
Yeah, I mean it's not that I trust my mom to see what I'm doing, so I will definitely go with the drone. Okay, David, the second one for you. I was trying to think of more creative ones here. So, in the rare but interesting situation, if you find yourself required to wrestle naked in a pool, would you rather wrestle naked in a pool of cherry jello or chocolate pudding?
Easily chocolate
Really? All
pudding.
right.
I don't like cherries or cherry. Well, I don't like cherry flavored things. So I'm gonna choose the chocolate. I don't even like the smell. The smell really gets to me.
Even
So
if it's more
so
likely that the
it's gonna
pudding will get in your
any
eyes and like stick to you. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll take it. The smell of cooked fruit, so like jelly, jam, any of that stuff, it makes me want to yak. Definitely the
All
chocolate
right.
pudding. Philip, would you rather be in jail for 10 years
Years?
or be in a coma for 5 years? So on the one hand, it's 10 years, but at least you're aware of the world around you and you get to see things happen and you know, people come visit you. Or it's only 5 years, but you're just out. You're gone for 5 years. You're no.
I think a clarification's in order here. Did I commit the crime that I'm incarcerated for 10 years for?
It was how do I don't know. It was accidental. But yes, you were guilty of it.
Unintentionally. Okay, interesting. Yeah.
I don't know why that's an important detail.
Oh, that's very important because if I'm in there and let's say
Non-violent.
oh, okay, well
It
that's
was a non-violent.
Okay,
You accidentally committed tax fraud.
oh, I see. Interesting. Well, part of the equation that I think holds big weight for me is that after 5 years in a coma, I actually would need like physical therapy to like get back those leg muscles that are just gone now. Like I mean, trust me, they're there already right now. Trust me, boy. let me tell you. But after 5 years, even these guns need reloading. So I think I would have to go with honestly, I'm still picking the coma. The
Yeah?
coma is the horrors that one could endure in jail are so much so, and I don't know if I'm made enough for jail. I hate to say this. This is gonna sound narcissistic. I'm too pretty for jail.
Yeah.
Let's just lay it all out on the line. I can't go. I can't go that route. I can't go that route. That's going to leave some permanent scars that even at least I can work through physical therapy with the coma. Yeah. So there we go.
I mean, you know what else? And maybe this sounds bad, but there's a sympathy factor being in a coma for 5 years. Ain't nobody's got no sympathy for you when you've been in jail for 10 years. I mean, you committed tax fraud, accident or not. But the coma, a little bit of sympathy. A little bit
excellent point.
You poor baby. Here's a massage.
on my gone legs.
Yeah. Oh, let's not go any further into this.
That's not.
This is our mini segment for this week. It used to be called something, but we recently learned that that's copyrighted. So we're going to call it blanks. What should we call it?
Well, we were
Fill in the blanks.
chatting about it, calling it fill in the blanks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jenny decided we should call it fill in the blanks, spelled PHIL in the blanks.
I think it should be made extra clear. I did not come up with that idea, so I will do it.
Filling.
I will
blanks?
do it, but I will do it, and I'm not angry about it. I just don't want it to seem like I'm the conceited one.
It was your idea to make this a mini segment, like months and months, or like a year.
Oh,
whenever we first did it,
yeah.
like a year ago, it was your idea. So this is called fill in the blanks, and pretty self-explanatory. I have a story, and the two of you are going to help me fill in the blanks.
Oh, I love it.
You get it now? Oh, okay. Here's what I need from you first. I would like an emotive adjective. So, how someone might be feeling.
Jenny, go ahead and take this one.
Jealous.
Ooh, I love it. I love it, Jenny.
Starting things off spicy.
I would like a plural noun.
Henchman.
Oh, this is going to be a saucy story. I just know it.
Oh, I can feel the sauce glistening and glazing over everything.
I would like an adverb.
Go ahead, Jenny.
I don't remember what an adverb is.
For example, he walked slowly would be an adverb.
A verb that ends in ly,
got
essentially.
It. Okay.
No, an adjective that ends in ly. Basically, a word that describes an action.
Briskly.
Sure.
Quickly?
I'm gonna want something better. Quickly is too easy.
Something.
Gallantly?
Okay.
You asked.
You demanded better, and damn it, Jenny gave it to you.
Thanks, brain.
I would like an adjective, please.
An adjective? That's what you want?
I would like an adjective. Kalishi.
What about?
Give me an adjective, Kalishi.
What about? God, they just look so soaked. Soaked! Give me soaked!
Okay.
Yes!
You seem really passionate about it being shown.
I would like an adjective, please. An adjective from
yet
you,
another
Jenny.
one.
Yeah.
Jenny, give the man an adjective, and make it a damn good one.
Green.
And a noun from you, Philip.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I'll accept it. That's a proper noun, but sure.
Damn right, it's proper.
And lastly, a noun, Jenny.
Frying pan.
Excellent, exquisite.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Timmy was feeling adventurous one evening and decided to go to the bar to get himself a drink. He was feeling very jealous. He arrived at the bar. It was called Henchman. He walked gallantly inside and to the bar. He looked at the menu and told the soaked bartender, "I'll have a green Samuel L. Jackson." The bartender looked at him quizzically and pointed at the sign that said, "No frying pan, no service."
He forgot his frying pan.
Oh, well.
What
done,
an
David.
idiot.
Well.
Timmy, goodness gracious.
You done it again,
You should
Timmy.
always pack your frying pan when you're going to the bar.
The game section is brought to you today by Sassy Mama's Sales. Want to get a blast from the past with a fine vintage item? Or maybe need a new blender and other household items? Go to eBay and search Sassy Mama's Sales, located within the eBay store's page for all the greatest finds you'll want for every occasion. Sassy Mama's Sales, all one word, all your shopping in one stop.
It is our game section, and before we get to any of that, we're gonna ask a couple questions of each other. Philip and I both have a question prepared for Jenny. Jenny,
All
I'm gonna go
right.
first. What would be the best way to die?
Peacefully in my sleep.
Peacefully? That's so boring.
But it's the
Gosh,
safest. That
that doesn't make for a good story.
Fine. Okay. How about Tombstone style? Defending your honor on your territory against a bunch of bandits.
I thought she meant like a tombstone fell over and killed her while she was taking a nap or something. I'm like,
In the graveyard?
yeah. Hey,
No,
some people are
that's a
adventurous. What can I
graveyard
say? I don't
shift
know.
if I've ever seen one.
Oh.
No, but I think if any way, it'd be some form of defending your honor, defending your
honor.
family, your comrades.
All I want is to die. All I want is to die with a great story in some kind of burning fireball of epicness. That's the way I want to go out.
Right. Except the problem there is, David, you won't be the one to tell said story. But okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I mean, Elvis died on a great story. Doesn't mean he's the one who's there to tell it or have to live through it. But anyway, and for those who don't know, he died on the squatter. David, Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny. Which accent spoken through English is the most attractive to you?
Ooh, good question.
Thank you.
Australian came to mind first.
Oh, you like yourself some Hemsworth.
Or
that was awful. David, do an
that
actual Australian
that
accent.
sounded like what do you want that? No, what
that or
was.
Irish.
Sounded like the Beatles. Very good,
Might
John.
have been.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
like
Yes,
yourself some
I'm
Hemsworths.
Yeah.
Oh, nor.
I like yourself some Hemsworth.
Yeah, so it's a
David, do an
very
actual
good,
Australian
very
accent
good,
for the
Paul.
people.
Very good, John.
yes.
Yes. David, do an actual do an actual
Well,
Australian accent.
I can't do the like. Wow, now I'm like all over the place. But I can't do the really deep, Hemsworth. Maybe I can. Chris. Yeah, no, it's not very good, but
Sounds good to me.
but it's all right. That's more Australian. Yeah,
But yes, how about Irish? Do you have Irish in your back pocket?
I do have an Irish. I did an Irish accent in a play once when I was in high school, and it was actually quite good. But one of my teachers told me that she thought I was from Dublin for a second, and the other one didn't even realize I was doing an Irish accent. So there you
Very
go.
good.
People called him the Cullen Firth of his high school.
Colin Firth?
Oh right. Yeah.
Is it?
You
Do
mean
you mean
Colin
Colin Farrell?
Him too.
It's like
Yes.
Col-
him too.
yes, the
young
the
and
great
budding
Irish
Colin
actor
Farrell.
Colin Firth.
Yes. Absolutely. All right. Well, now that we've gotten the accents out of the way, and Jenny has a game to get to, but before we do, I think it's worth mentioning that we do have a couple things to get to that constitute changes to the games. Of course, the game itself shall be there. There's nothing wrong with that. The game itself will change week to week as we have done in the past. What will change, though, is that there will only be one person hosting a game. Yes, only one iteration of the game. Normally in the past we've done two, but however, we will be refining it down to one person, one host doing a game, and we will be joined from time to time with outside guests incorporated into these games from time to time, as I've said. However, with each victory and with each loss come repercussions. Yes, in the past we've kept track and score of the game, and it largely has meant up until now, David, what has it meant?
Nothing.
Exactly, David. Give the man a crock pot. Yes, because that is mattered to a crock of There's nothing it's mattered to. However, we are changing this. Episode 101, we are breaching out into the future. We are barreling forth, and we have decided collectively, as a group, as a campfire collective, aha! Yes, we have decided that there shall be a punishment, that there shall be a reward, and quite honestly, I think we've all decided we don't know who rightfully, which end of the spectrum is the reward and which one's the punishment, but I digress. Guys, we are going to have a punishment that at the end of the year, in 1 year's time, we will tally who the winner is, who the loser is, and who the middleman is. And there are appropriate slots for each one of those. So what we've come up with is that we agree that we needed a bomb idea, like a really good idea for this punishment to be created around. So we thought, why not get a portrait of a centaur? And whoever wins, centaur, whatever it is, centaur.
Centaur is like some kind of amalgamation of centaur and senator.
Centaur.
A centaur. All right, so there's going to be a centaur, a portrait, a handmade portrait of a centaur with the winner of the year's face on it. And it will be epic. And it will be glorious, I assure you. However, the funds for which this portrait will be painted by will be provided by the loser. The loseriest loser of the entire year. Whoever's the loser of the year will have to pay for this portrait. The middle person, David, what will they have to do?
First of the losers, they will have to pay to have this portrait printed onto 3 t-shirts. And those t-shirts will be worn, Jenny.
Yes, they'll be worn during the recordings of the few episodes after the winner is declared.
I don't know. What are we talking? A month?
Oh yeah, 4 weeks.
Yeah,
2 months?
I think a month.
Worth.
Yeah,
like
I
4
think they should be
episodes.
worn in public too. I feel like there's
Like recording day, the entire day,
the whole
you have
day.
to dedicate.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we got to get photographic evidence that this has happened. Yeah, we'll be holding each
Sans
other
jobs.
accountable.
Yeah, outside of jobs. If you have a job,
if you have a uniform at your job, sure. Otherwise,
That's the only restriction.
Yeah. And you will see, obviously, this portrait on our socials for sure when the time does come. And I'm going to wipe the floor with you two.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, bring
It's
it on,
so
buddy. Bring it on. All right, Jenny, to start us off on this official trek towards a centaur portrait, why don't you start us off as the game master?
Philip, a centaur would not be complete without the horse of representatives.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All 3 branches of comedy displayed.
All right,
right
well, let's
there.
get to our game. All right, so to start this competition off, we are playing Mockingjay today, Philip and David. What I'm going to give you is a scenario that requires you to manifest what a sound of a scenario looks like. So, for example, if I were to say, what does the sound of a drawer closing sound like? You'll have to create it in whatever methods you have that are vocal. Yes, there you go. A good example right there. Thank you. I'm going to give you the 5 scenarios that you must act out on this lovely episode, and whoever I think sounds the closest or the best in that description that I provide, you shall get the point. Does that make sense?
It
Explicitly.
Makes sense. Let's do it.
Here is your first scenario. Can you please perform for me the sound that a toaster makes as it finishes toasting your bread? How about actually, David, you go first. I decided it.
Ding!
Mm.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, wow, that...
Oh my god! The apartment's on fire!
Oh, wow, that was thrilling. That was exciting. Thank you, David. Now, Philip, on to you.
Ding! I like my toast a little burnt.
a quick and
A little burnt, please.
Yeah, just a little simmerer after the
while
toast
I did
goes.
enjoy the simplicity in Philip's selection, I will say David's came with a story. So I'm going to say David gets the point.
Yes, it did. It had the
All right,
full
I'll
narrative.
turn this accent off.
All right, I see you, big dog. I see you. We'll
All
get you
right,
at the
that's
next one.
1-0. David in the lead. Second scenario. Are you ready?
Yes.
Can you please perform for me the sound of a cue stick hitting billiard balls at the beginning of a game of pool? Philip, you have the floor.
Squeak, 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 squeak. The tip right here is going to hit that ball.
Ooh, lovely. I like the sound of the popping representing the balls going into the pockets. Very good, very good.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes,
David.
I was quite proud of
Yes.
that myself. Yes, thank you.
Go ahead, David.
Stacy, I could have gone pro pool player if I hadn't injured my elbow in college. Here we go.
Now, my question is, I wish I knew more about Stacy. So,
I'd like to know more about her mom personally.
all right. Well, David, I will give you points for creating a who in this scenario. I would say Philip gets the point this time, as I like the
Ooh.
creativity he brought to the actual sounds that we were looking for in this scenario. So thank you, Philip. It is 1-1.
Thank you.
All right, third scenario. Can you please perform for me the sound of a basketball successfully making a basket during a game in the park? David, you have the floor.
Boom, 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 boom. Phew. Phew. Nothing but net.
Very good, very good. Philip, you have the floor.
Hey, pass right here. I'm open. You're gonna. Oh, he shot it again himself. Whoosh.
I must say my focus was drawn to the effect of the basketball slowly as it's coming to getting close to the ground, just bouncing a little. The speed of it was good detail.
Yeah, I really wanted to add a not just gravitas but gravity to the situation.
Ah, there we have it.
Yeah.
Now for that, I will say I'm going to give the point to you, Philip. That's for you. All right, 1-2. David, let's see if you can tie it up here. For your fourth scenario, can you please perform the sound of a dog licking water from his bowl after a long walk? Philip? I was really excited about this one, so don't disappoint me.
God.
Oh, what is the
God.
opposite of ASMR? Because that was that.
And
Oh, that was
MRSA.
That gave me all sorts of wrong goosebumps. I heard that right in my ears. Also, how you made it sound like this dog went on a really long walk. This is
You know what?
where was he walking?
It was the first walk in a while.
Yeah,
It was
I'd
the
say.
first walk that dog had had in a minute.
Okay, David, go ahead. It's your turn.
Oh, that was a good walk. Good walk. Time to get some drink. Oh, wait, first, stretch. Ooh, time to have me a nice little drink. Oh. John! The cat in my bowl again!
Ooh, a twist. I like a twist.
Oh man. Oh man.
I will say I'll give you credit for bringing voice to the dog and giving us the journey once again. Thank you, David. I will say, though, I was quite tickled by Philip's interpretation. Just the desperate...
The need
the need
for water.
The want.
The need.
The absolute just... There was nothing else in the world. So Philip gets the point this time as well.
Yeah, baby.
It's 3-1. All right, David, you got 2 more chances. One more chance, excuse me. Just one more chance.
One more.
Let's see if you can catch up. You have lost, unfortunately, but let's see how you fare with this last one. This one is also going to be very exciting. Can you please perform for me the sound of a man who got jump scared by a scare actor but tries to pretend after that he didn't fall for it? So, you were just scared by an actor, but you want to pretend that you're not actually scared. So you try to laugh it off. Let's see how you fare.
Oh God! Oh my! You know, I'm just so angry about the infrastructure in this city. That's why, you know, sometimes I just have sudden outbursts of rage randomly. Sir, please, thank you.
Very good, very good. The infrastructure in the city. Thank you, David.
Gosh, don't get me started.
All right, go ahead, Philip.
You know who said that? Were the 75 Nazis I killed. And you're next, buddy, if you keep it up. That's right, walk back to Mama. I've seen Nam, both sides of it. Get back.
Jeez, this is a rather threatening person here. This got dark.
It was a veteran.
Ah,
I don't know
yes.
if you could get that from the motivation, but it was a veteran.
I think I did catch that. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think this time, due to that darn infrastructure in the city, I would say that I was tickled more by David's interpretation. So in this case, David gets the point.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Well, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet.
Yes, well, you can kiss the infrastructure of my ass. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate the win. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. And a sweet victory to start out the new season. And with that victory, I have the first official point of the season.
Ooh, that slaps. This is the mini segment where we bring you a little taste of something that has entertained us this week, whether it be a movie, a song, a TV series, whatever. And for me, this week, it is a film. And it is a great film. A glorious film. A wonderful, wonderful film. It is nominated for a few Oscars. It is called The Whale. Give Brendan Fraser an Oscar. Give that man the award. I swear to God, he deserves it. Give that man his Oscar. I'm so pumped. Please, make it a reality. Woo!
Give that man his
That
flowers.
slaps.
My goodness. All right. I'll go next. I too had a near nominee for this particular That Slaps, but seeing as how down the road we'll probably be talking about Oscar nominated films and it's on the lesser known side, I think I'd wait for that episode, but I did see it this week. So I will go with a song sung by the one, the only George Ezra of Budapest fame. It's called Shotgun. It's off of one of his newer albums, not his newest, but one his second to most recent. And it was just it was fantastic. Had a nice beat. It felt like a summer song, and especially with the allergies that I'm feeling each and every day when I wake up, definitely feels like summer. And the song helps to get me through that. So Shotgun by George Ezra, that slaps.
All right, I am your final That Slaps this week, and I will also be in the song category for excellent content. I'm a huge fan of the Gorillaz. If you've heard of them, you also agree they're awesome. And their new album, Cracker Island, just released last Friday, I believe, on the 24th. And there's been several amazing tracks already released from this album, but one that was recently released with this album release, I will say, was this collaboration. The second track on the album is called Oil, and it features Stevie Nicks on the vocals. Can you believe? This is a collaboration for the ages. I love Fleetwood Mac, I love Stevie Nicks, and I love Gorillaz. It was a delicious combination of all the right things. I have been jamming to this song nonstop this week. If you haven't heard it yet, please give it a listen. Oil, that slaps!
As we bring this podcast to a close, we have a few thank yous that we absolutely must get to before we say goodbye.
Yes, thank you to Cass and Crossland and Jake Corlang for the music you hear on the show. We love you guys.
Thanks to Ryan Ardell.
And thanks to Josh Hans for the wonderful audio bits that you've heard throughout the show today.
And thank you so much for you, the listener. Yes, you listening right now, for tuning in and listening to all of our episodes, all of your favorite episodes, and everything in the backlog there. Yes, we do have a library now. As you may have heard, we have about 100 episodes back there. So if you're just new and you want to join, go back and listen to some of the old stuff around the campgrounds, rather. And make sure to subscribe and listen to us across the entire podcast nation, where you can find all of your favorite podcasts, which include Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, even Spotify Podcasts, pretty much everywhere except for Pandora. Why? Because screw you, Pandora.
Oh my God, did you hear about Ben? No, what happened? What happened to Ben? Well, after being in prison for 10 years... he got mauled by a bear and ended up in a coma. Can you believe that?